While the Altis armed forces continued operations in the northwestern part of the island against elements of the Altian opposition forces, other pockets of the movement remained active elsewhere, still largely undetected. There, they waited. As the Republic focused men, attention, and urgency on the fighting in the west, opportunities created elsewhere were allowed to develop. Some of those opportunities had been building for days. Others traced back even further to the destruction of the northern radar installation and the response it forced from the Republic. By then, the stage had already begun to take shape for something larger. Very few on Altis understood what was about to happen, and fewer still understood how much of it had already been set in motion. Among those moving inside that wider design was Sigma Team. For men like Andreas Markakis, the mission ahead still appeared to be only one more dangerous assignment in a deepening crisis. They knew enough to carry out what they were being asked to do, but not enough to understand what it was really helping prepare.
Markakis, get over here. All of you. You guys need to hear this.
Before you start, how bad was it in the west?
Honestly, worse than the Turks expected. We lost more men than we should have, but it worked in one important way. They are focused over there now. The military is pouring men into the other side of the island and looking for a wider insurgency in the hills. That means we still have room to move here.
All right, so what are we doing?
Something different. So Molos is not far from here. Southeast of the town, just right at the edge of it, there is a set of power transformers. Markakis, you're going to go in and destroy them.
But that's going to knock out power to the whole town.
For a while, yes.
And when people start cursing our names for it?
I don't think they're going to stay angry for long once they understand what it was for. Those transformers do not just feed Molos, they help supply the military airfield to the north of the town.
You do know that the military will switch to generators and just keep operating until power comes back, right?
I do. We're not trying to shut down the airfield permanently, we're trying to force a reaction. I want men pulled off that airfield, as many as possible.
So I hit the transformers, disappear, and let them chase ghosts?
No, that's not the plan. After the blast, I want you seen. I want the police and the military to know exactly where you are. You, Rigas, and Leventis will regroup at the safe housing town and hold there. You're going to make yourselves such a problem that they keep sending more.
That sounds like a good way to die.
Only if you lose your nerve. You will know that they're coming. You get to choose the ground you fight on. And when the time comes, I'll tell you when to fall back.
When's that going to be?
When the Turk gets here.
The Turk's coming here?
He is. And if all of this goes the way it should, you may finally understand why today matters.
You're still not telling us everything.
No, I'm not. But I'm telling you enough. Keep them fixed on you. Keep them away from the airfield. Do that, and the military's going to have a very bad day.
I'm going to be honest. I do not like this plan.
I know. Take the bike. I'll be on the radio the whole time. Rigas and Leventis will follow behind and meet you at the safe house. Once this starts, do not let the pressure off them. You got it, Markakis?
I do.
Then head out. I'll talk with you soon.
See you guys soon. Turning off the main highway towards the town now. That was a solid music choice. Hey, I think we have a problem.
What is it?
It looks like there's a police presence right outside the power transformers.
Are they waiting on you?
No, it looks like someone got pulled over. I'm about to drive past, so hold on. I'm clear. I'm gonna park the bike outside of the safe house and head over there on foot.
Copy.
Oh, come on, it's like 6 a.m., dude. And that guy looks like he's on something. Lycos, do you want me to wait until they're gone?
No. We're on a tight schedule, and we cannot wait. You're gonna have to take them out. Just think of it as 2 fewer people who will be coming after you at the safe house.
Fine. Mask is coming on. I'll engage them now. Get out of here, man. This place is gonna blow. Plenty charges. Find the hole. Transformers are destroyed, the power's out. I'm heading back to the safe house.
Good. Lamentis and Regas are inside.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How many did you take out?
2 police officers.
Did anybody see you come back here?
2 people, I think. One guy was hiding in the house across the street.
Well, that means they'll be here soon.
So what's the plan?
We'll ambush them when they get nearby, but then it's a firefight for who knows how long. I think this place is just as good as any to hold up.
You guys hear that?
Police sirens.
Then let's go. Good luck, brothers. With Altis, get in that building. That should give you the most cover. Regas, take that corner.
Here they come.
They're down. Really, bro, why are you still listening to that song?
The military will be here soon.
There they are to the east. I'm gonna head upstairs and see if I can get a better shot. Regis, come back here. Staying here. I'm going back upstairs.
Copy.
They're coming in from the northeast along that road.
I see them. Good shooting, Leventis. Regis, you still good?
I'm still here.
I'm taking too much fire up here. I'm coming back down.
They're coming in behind us from the west.
I'm on it. Lycos, it's getting hairy. Can we pull back now?
Not yet. Keep hanging on.
Damn it! More to the east.
On it. I'm hit, but not bad.
What was that? Are they sending jets after us?
Don't worry about it. You're almost done.
I see one lone guy to the east. I'm moving to engage him.
I think it's just stragglers now.
Where are they all? There should be more.
I have no idea. Just keep shooting.
Alright, everyone. Get clear and fall back to the airfield.
Did I hear you right? Did you say go to the airfield?
You heard me. Get in here as quick as you can. The Turk and I will be waiting.
All right, we'll move there soon. I'll clear out the driver. You two take this truck. I'll take the bike I came in on and meet you there. I'll cover you. Oh, this wheel is bad. All right, I need you guys to come back for me. I can't make it there on this bike.
We're on our way back to you. We'll come back the same way we were taking on our way out.
Careful on the way back. I'm still taking fire.
We're here. Get in.
Get going. Let's get to the airfield.
You're bleeding.
I'll be fine. Just keep an eye out.
Guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna make sure no one follows you.
All right, good luck. We'll see you in a bit. Lycos, we're approaching in a stolen police truck. Do not engage us.
Alright, we won't shoot the truck.
What is all that fire over there?
I have no idea. Who even did this?
I guess we'll find out in a bit.
Is that Turkish markings on that plane?
Sure looks like it. What are they doing here? Stay here. I'll find out what's going on. That looks like Turkish special forces. Why did they take our pilots prisoner?
Markakis, over here. There's someone I want you to meet. This is Brigadier General Orda Aydin of the Turkish Armed Forces. You knew him by another name.
The Turk.
Yes. Not my best piece of tradecraft, I admit. Still, it served its purpose, and I am pleased to finally meet the men who helped make today possible. You and your team performed very well.
Those planes overhead. They were yours?
They were. 2 F-16s. Useful enough for what we needed.
The last obvious question. Why are Turkish forces on Altis?
Because somebody finally had the courage to act.
That's your answer?
It is. The Republic is collapsing, the AEF is stretched thin, the government's weak, and Greece would have pulled this island into its orbit the first chance it got. Turkey is really the only power here willing to take control of the situation.
By landing soldiers on the island.
By restoring order before Altis collapses completely. From our point of view, this island has become too important to be left in the hands of a government that cannot even secure it. The Poseidon Reserve changed everything, and the Republic already has shown that it cannot protect what now sits in its own waters.
By restoring order. That's what you call this?
It is exactly what I call it.
Strange. A lot of the weapons tearing this island apart seem to arrive before your soldiers did.
You are confusing cause with opportunity. Altis was already collapsing. We did not create its weakness. We recognize it. And once it became clear the Republic could no longer guarantee stability, civilian safety, or the security of the reserve, waiting became more dangerous than acting.
So Turkey feeds the fire, waits for things to get worse, and then arrives as the answer.
Turkey did what the Republic never could. It chose a side and committed to it.
And you're fine with that?
I am more than fine with that. The Republic failed this island. If Altis is going to survive what is coming, it will not be because Kavala found its spine at the last minute. It will be because someone stronger stepped in and took hold of the situation.
You're talking like this is salvation.
No, I'm talking like it's power. And power is the only thing that was ever going to decide who controls Altis and who controls the reserve.
The world will hear what matters, that the Republic was losing control, that civilians were at risk, that critical infrastructure was exposed, and that decisive action was required before the situation deteriorated further.
So that's how this is getting sold.
That is how it will be understood.
You know Greece is not going to accept this.
Of course not. It will protest.
And the AAF?
The Altis Armed Forces will have a choice. Stand aside to preserve what remains of the Republic, or resist and be crushed for a government that's already losing its grip.
You think they're really going to step aside?
I think most of them are soldiers, not fools. Once they understand what happened here today, the smarter officers will know they cannot stop us.
What about NATO?
NATO will hesitate. There will be meetings, statements, and calls for restraint. Some governments will probably even lean toward Greece, but that's politics, not resolve. By the time they decide how to feel, the facts on the ground will already be established.
It sounds like a gamble.
It's a calculation.
And it is the first real winning move anybody has made on this island in a long time.
You both sound very sure of that.
We are. The airfield is ours, the initiative is ours, and by tomorrow, Altis will be in a very different position than it was this morning.
You did your part, Markakis. Now let the rest unfold.
All right, we'll see.
The arrival of the Turkish armed forces marked a major change in what the Poseidon Crisis had been and in what it was now becoming. What had appeared in the eyes of many to be an internal struggle between the Republic and a growing armed opposition could no longer be understood in those terms alone. The crisis on Altis had crossed into something wider. It had become an international confrontation, one tied not only to the island's instability, but to the strategic interests, energy stakes, and competing ambitions that had been building around it from the beginning. For the men caught inside it, that shift came suddenly. For those shaping events behind the scenes, it had been taking form for some time. The question now was not only whether the Republic could contain the violence within its borders, it was how Altis would respond to a new reality on the ground and how far the crisis would escalate in the days ahead.